Hey guys, today I'm doing my top fave fives video, and so that's going to cover movies, TV shows, characters, actors, and bands, and celebrity crushes. So my favorite movies are, in no particular order, The Princess Bride, Moulin Rouge, 28 Days Later, The Little Mermaid, and Moonrise Kingdom. For TV shows, I don't watch a lot of TV on a regular basis. I only watch three shows that I watch religiously, and that's Doctor Who, Walking Dead, and Face Off. So those are my top three. But then I have a bunch of other TV shows that I watch with, I have nothing else to do. Clip's really into TV, so if we're just hanging out, he might put something on. So things that we tend to agree on would be Community or Parks and Rec, 30 Rock, Community, How I Met Your Mother, stuff like that. I love comedies, I like Quirk. I just like lighthearted, funny, kind of nerdy TV shows. So yeah, some of my favorite female characters would be Bee from Bee and Puppycat, Fiona from Adventure Time, the gender swap episodes, Andrea from the Walking Dead comics. Andrea from the TV show was awful, and I feel like they really did her a disservice because they were her to be an idiot, and it made me really sad. So in the comics, she's really awesome and hardcore and really strong, so I really like her in the comics. I also love Alana from Saga, which is another great, strong female protagonist who's she's a great mother, but she's also like a soldier, so I just love that juxtaposition and just how rich her character is. And of course I love Clara from Doctor Who. She's one of my favorite companions. She's at a tie with Amy Pond. I can't decide who I like more. Clara is a bit more whimsical and quirky. Amy has a stronger personality. She's sassy, and I really like sass. So there's that. It's a toss-up. My favorite male characters would be the 11th Doctor. He is my favorite. Don't judge me. Whatever. He's my favorite. He's not the first Doctor I started with, but I just love his quirkiness juxtaposed with the dark, very depressed side of him. So I really like how they play together. I love Moss from the IT Crowd, as well as Sheldon. They're kind of like the same person. They're socially inept, but very smart, quirky in their own ways, and they're just lovable in their own little weird eccentricities that they have. Troy and Abed are my favorite bromance in any TV show from Community. I love how nerdy and quirky they are, and I love how they have their Dr. Space-Time plays that they do, and I love their little Troy and Abed in the mornings, and then Troy and Abed in the morning nights. Little radio show podcast things that they do. I just love nerdy boys so much. Just nerdy, quirky characters in general. Actors and actresses are harder for me to choose from because I'm terrible with names. I know faces, but it's just never been a priority for me to memorize different people's names and things. So I had to kind of go through different lists and pick and choose. The only people that really for actors that struck out in my mind as soon as I thought of this were Matt Smith, because I just think he's fantastic, and I have a huge crush on him. I also have a nerd crush on Jason Segel ever since I really enjoyed his character in Forgetting Sarah Marshall at the end, where he does the puppeteering, and then how he went on to do the Muppet movies. So he's really grown a soft spot in my heart. So he's my realistic celebrity crush. He's an average looking dude who's really funny, kind of a thing, and I love him on How I Met Your Mother. I also love Nick Offerman, who plays Ron Swanson on Parks and Rec. I just love how stereotypical he is and how funny he is, and how he's a man's man. He loves jerky and he loves to hunt, and he likes turf and turf, and he's super libertarian and everything, but he also loves scavenger hunts and puzzles. So there's again that weird little eccentricity about him that makes him so endearing, and the fact he loves to play smooth jazz to the ladies at that lady club. And then I also love Leonardo DiCaprio because I feel like he does just such a fantastic job with the range of characters that he plays. And I also love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I really enjoyed him in 500 Days of Summer, the last Batman movie. Plus he's just a cutie. So there's that. For the actresses, I feel like the actress that would be my best friend in real life would be Jennifer Lawrence, because she's just so down to earth and quirky and sassy, and I just really enjoy her sense of humor and just how she doesn't take herself too seriously. Every time she falls over at an award ceremony, she just kind of takes a little bow and rolls with it, and she's not she doesn't come off as conceited or whatever, don't look me in the eye and stuff like that. I also love Anne Hathaway. I think she's lovely, and I think she does a great job with her range. I really enjoyed her in Les Miserables. I didn't know she could sing, so that was really cool. I also love Amy Adams from The Office and, you know, the Thor movies and everything, and she's just super awesome. And she was also in Her. Didn't see that one coming. I think my other celebrity best friend would be Emma Stone because, again, I feel like she's a fun, sassy young woman who just plays these really awesome, fun roles, and I'm really glad that she's in the new Spider-Man movies because I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like Kirsten Dunst, so that makes me happy. And the fact that they're starting with Gwen Stacy, I think also endears me a little bit to her. But I loved her in Easy A, and she's just fun. And lastly, I can't forget Karen Gillan, who plays Amy Pond from Doctor Who. I really love, you know, I just really like her personality. She seems really fun on like the talk shows I've seen her on and stuff, and she just seems like a really awesome lady person. As for my favorite like musical artists, I have a wide variety of music that I listen to. So my favorite pop punk band would be Strike Anywhere. I really love the Beatles. They're like my all-time favorite band. Like, I think if I could only listen to one artist for the rest of my life, it would be the Beatles, just because of how diverse their songs are and their sounds are, and it's just amazing, of course, as everyone knows. But I also really like folk music, so I'm really into The Tallest Man on Earth, who's kind of like a young Bob Dylan. I love Bob Dylan. I love Mumford & Sons. And then I also really like the 1950s kind of classic, like, doo-wop kind of sound, so I also really love She and Him with Zooey Deschanel. She has a very classic, beautiful voice that I don't think we really get to hear a lot of in like the pop music these days. She just has such a soulful voice. It's just so pretty. It's a whole new kind of sound we don't get to hear too often. And then my celeb crushes slash lady boners would be Matt Smith, Norman Reedus, who I got to hug, and he called me beautiful at PhillyCon last year, and I might get to see him again this year. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pay to get a second photo, but he's super cute. I love him. As I said, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I think he is just adorable, and I really loved him in Looper, and he's just super cute. Chris Hemsworth, because he is Chris Hemsworth. Have you seen him? Oh my god. And then, of course, lastly, Channing Tatum, because the boy can dance and he has some abs. So, there's that. On that creepy note, that was my Fave Fives video, and I'll see you guys next time.